Chloe Kate, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. This fall, I did NSLI Summer in 2014 in Rabat, Morocco with Amadis, and I just got back from NSLI Year with Amadis as well, and I did it as a gap year. This fall, I'll be going to University of St Andrews in Scotland to study international relations and Middle Eastern history. So because I got to experience Morocco 2 times in September when I first got back to Morocco, I really thought I was an expert in Moroccan culture, but really I only knew the surface level because I had a 6 week experience as opposed to 9 months. Um, and the things I knew was that it was a Muslim country. There's lots of music, traditional music such as Gnawa and Shabi. I knew that hospitality, as Clarice mentioned, was a major component of the culture, but I didn't really know anything about the youth subcultures or the more esoteric parts of the society. Um, so, what I decided to focus on for my capstone, um, sorry, this is not real Arabic, but I decided to focus on the role of hip hop culture in Morocco, specifically how Rabati youth are using rap as a form of social protest to voice their opinions about society and also their discontents with the society around them. Um, so basically, the way I got to my project was at the very beginning of the year. I had about 4 friends outside of my program that were Moroccan, and I really wanted more, and I was feeling kind of claustrophobic and isolated. Um, so I went to my faithful friend Facebook and started clicking on a bunch of events that were happening in Rabat. And one I stumbled upon was a rap and poetry slam at the local cinema in the center of the city called Cinema Renaissance, where they have a movie theater and a cafe. And at the cafe, kind of theater, the bohemians and young university students and businessmen kind of come together and share like cappuccinos and nos. And so one night there was this rap and poetry slam, and one of the rappers who went up on the stage was called Mehdi or Black Wind. And I understood absolutely nothing about his rap because it was in the local dialect of Darija, but I was super captivated by his performance, and so was the audience, and they knew every single word. And then I asked what he was discussing, and I was told about the unemployment rate in Morocco, the lack of work opportunities after graduating university. So I was super interested and I wanted to learn more, such as what other topics are people discussing? What are their parents' views about this passion? When did hip hop culture arrive in Morocco? What was rap's role in the Arab Spring in 2011? Things along those lines. Or what meaning does rap have in their lives? So there isn't really that much information about rappers in Morocco. There are some popular rap groups such as Ashkane, Fanayer, Big, Master Rhymes, um, but nothing really about the small groups or the history of rap in Morocco or Rabat specifically. So when I went to these concerts, which is basically where I was almost every night of the week, or most nights of the week, um, I would go up to people randomly and explain to them that I was doing a project, a research project, and I needed people to interview. So basically, that's how I would get their contact information, and then I would ask them to meet me either at tram stops, at the tram, or at other cafes so that I could ask them questions. And I conducted my interviews in classical Arabic, Fusha. So here I have a map of the places where I encountered most of the rap culture in Rabat. So most of it stayed to Sharia Muhammad Khamis, which is Avenue Muhammad Sank or Muhammad 5. And that's where Cinema Renaissance is located. There's another theater nearby called Salbahnini. I wanted a more diverse view or voices for my project, but for example, like young girls um, or young boys, but I wound up getting mostly males in their early 20s, either recent graduates from university or in university from Rabat's sister city of Saleh, which I have the giant star, and that's apparently where rap was born in Morocco in 1993. And so, in the end, what I found about my project was that, like I said before, these young men were looking for a means to express themselves and their discontents with Moroccan and Rabati society um, but also for them, it was a source of self-confidence and a way for them to be heard and engage the people around them. Most of them liked to rap in Darija, the language of the street, because it was the most accessible and also the language they were most comfortable with. And they're also not just interested in the lifestyle, the gangster lifestyle that we see on TV, but with the history of rap. And I feel in Morocco they use rap in the form it was intended as a form of protest music, whereas now we just use it for capitalist pursuits. So how can we make the most money? It's less about the art. And for myself, I learned how to be resourceful, really just how to go out there and find these concerts because these kind of underground artists don't have the best PR. And I also just learned how to take myself less seriously. I really pushed my way to the front of the crowds to like touch their hands and really have a good time. And I also learned um, how to approach people more. And I was never a shy person, but how to just go up to people, random strangers, and explain to them what I was doing. So thank you so much for listening.